Video is meant to be just a little AI 101, just kind of a brief overview of the tool itself and, sort of where everything is, not going in depth on any individual tools, just kind of show you around. Now, when you made your account, you should have gotten a little welcome tour, this cool little thing that guides you around, all fancy like. If you canceled that tour, this would probably be more helpful to you than if you went through it, because that thing's better than me. So if you look over here to the left, you'll see the broadcast builder. Now, this is sort of your daily email builder. So if you don't know what a broadcast is, it's like a blast email, anything you just send to a list that's not in an autoresponder. So inside of the broadcast builder, you have your products. So these are all the products that I've created inside of mine. If you want to create a new product, you just go to add new and fill out this information here, and it will save that product. If you ever want to look at your products, you can come down here to settings, and you've got your products here, and you can edit them at any point. You've got client templates, which is basically when you're using the initial outreach tool over here, lead magnets, which you use in the sequence builder, webinars, which is in the sequence builder, and then writing styles and tones, which you can use in different areas. So back to the broadcast builder, you can select your product. You don't have to select one in the broadcast builder. You can literally just say, write me an email about fingernails. I don't know, whatever you wanted to write about, and it'll do that. And then in here, you've got your advanced style and customization. So this is where you can just pick the default writing style, or you can add a new style, which in that case, if you want to add a style, you do have to add your product. So I would pick this itself, add a new style, and then you just upload 2 to 5 emails of whatever it is that the style you want it to match. Then you can come down here to tone. There's these different tones you can pick from. So you can just come in here and pick one of these, and it's going to give you a different type of tone of voice. If you want more of the default standard tone, which is similar to my own voice, just do the default stuff. It works ridiculously well. Right here is a brainstorm thing, so you can literally just hit create ideas. So you do have to select your product first, because it's going to pull information from that in order to create the ideas. So just make sure you have a product selected for this to work. And it's just going to spit out some ideas here that you can literally copy and paste into the insert rough premise objective call to action for email. Now, when it does say rough premise objective call to action, just know you can literally put in a prompt of like, write an email about how I stubbed my toe this morning, and it'll do that. I would recommend, if you're going to do a story-based thing like that, to use the story selling tool. But you can do that in the broadcast. You can say, I'm selling a product for 97, or I'm doing a sale of this product. There's 2 days left in the sale. I'd like to write an email that gets people off the fence to buy, and it'll do that for you as well. And just so you know, it is typically going to be anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds for creation. And the reason for that is we actually got the tool down to like 5 to 10 seconds at one point, and it just wasn't good. So we need the extra time to make it better. And sorry, there's a helicopter flying right over my house. So why AI could be outsmarting us. AI loves writing more than me, and so you literally can just copy and paste whatever the prompt is in here. So just copy this, and then you paste it in here, and then hit create email, and it will write the email for you. So you can actually write emails without writing a single word yourself if you want. This is the copy coach. The copy coach is basically as if I was in the room with you, except this version of me doesn't sleep or poop or complain or have any problems with working all the time. That's what it's here for. So use it. It works ridiculously. People love this. This is one of the most popular things. People spend hours in here just getting better at writing. Story selling, this is where you do have to select a product, because it's actually going to use the, actually we may have changed it. I actually never watched Sesame Street. So you do have to select a product in here, and the reason for that is because the story selling tool is basically going to take whatever story you tell it to write, and it's going to relate it back to your product. So that's why you have to have a product in here for this. And then you can still pick your custom tone and style inside of here. Sequence builder is one of the most robust parts of the tool, so you can literally come in here, write an abandoned cart sequence, select your product. You can write a product launch sales sequence. You can put in a post-purchase sequence. You can put in a post-webinar, pre-webinar, full welcome sequence for new opt-ins to a list. And then you just need to select your product that you're selling, and then your actual lead magnet that they opted in for. So, and if that lead magnet, I mean, it could be as simple as a 5-day series about, how to double your earnings per subscriber or something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a PDF or a thing you're giving away. This thing's very cool. You literally just hit, right now I can hit welcome email. So I'll say, Game Changers AI, they get the 6-hour email template once they opt in, create sequence, and then it's going to write the first email based on the welcome sequences that I personally use and have approved of and have tested. And so then you can literally, so here's a tour just for the sequences. It's actually very cool. So it'll take you through this little GPS thing. and help you create this. And so you literally just hit save and create next email, and it'll literally write all your emails just with a click. So you don't have to put in any info, but you can regenerate with feedback. So you can say, hey, I want you to rewrite it like this, or you can just edit yourself afterwards, or whatever you want to do. So that's the sequence build. And then the initial outreach, this is if you're an email copywriter or you write for other people. And this is where you can select loaded templates. So you can just load this template and it'll fill out this information. So if you had like sort of general things that you write in these different blocks here, you can just load this in and then change these details, and you can save any of the clients that you're reaching out to. And then here is training, which this will take you to a Kajabi area. This is free. It's a totally free tool to use, free members area. You don't have to pay for anything. You just have to put in your email and it'll make you a little account. And that way you can access videos like the one you're watching. So hopefully you've already been in this area if you're watching this. And then the email database, this is where you save all the emails and different things you write, so you have access to these whenever you want, and you don't have to like copy and paste them in a Google Doc or something silly like that. So there you go. There's the AI 101, just sort of a basic run through of everything. Hopefully that is helpful, and make sure you use the tool, test stuff, and make money.